Good morning. Everybody is wide awake today. Thank you. Can we do it again just so we remember? Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm Jim Grumbach. I am a member of your parish committee. We are pleased to have you here in person in our beautiful historic sanctuary or online. I'd like to make a special welcome to all visitors. This is a season of love and friendship. There are no strangers, and we welcome you all to join us. After the service, please join us downstairs for coffee and fellowship. If you are new with us or find it difficult to start a conversation, we have red mugs, although there are not as many as there used to be. It's a signal to our community that you would welcome a friendly hello. Our search for mission is to build community, search for meaning, deepen our spirituality, and make a better world. If you have questions about First Parish or Unitarian Universalism, someone from our membership team will be at the welcome table downstairs during coffee hour to greet you and answer questions. Reverend Lisa and Kate Holland, our Director of Lifespan Education, are also available after the service and would love to meet with you. A big thanks to all our service participants whose names are in the order of service. Please remember to silence your cell phones for our time together, and that includes me. I will do it as soon as I step down from here. Please join me now in taking a moment to turn around and say hello to one another, including a wave to those online. A heartfelt welcome to all. Let us now turn our hearts and minds to worship. I would like to introduce the chalice and Advent wreath lighting and covenant people. The Barber LaPenta family will be standing up to do this. Thank you.
With open minds and loving hearts, we gather to search for meaning, to care for one another, and to work together for a better world.
For each of the 4 weeks leading up to Christmas, we light a candle in the Advent wreath. As Unitarian Universalists, we reclaim and reimagine traditions that are part of our heritage, as well as exploring new ideas. So far, we lit candles for peace, hope, and joy. Today, we add a candle for love. Whether we are restored by being among people who are special to us, or in doing the work of justice or repairing our relationships, our sacred sense of connection runs through it all. Love is holy. We light the candles for peace, hope, joy, and love. This Sunday evening is the last of the 8 nights of Hanukkah. Last weekend, on the day we lit the first candle, we learned of a shocking act of violence in Australia fueled by anti-Semitism. Once more, we say, never again. And once more, we pray for an end to violence of all kinds. As we light all 8 candles today, as we pray for peace, justice, and freedom, peace, justice, and freedom from fear for our Jewish friends, family, and neighbors everywhere, Lucy Peace and Toby Shannock will light the menorah and say the traditional blessing.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvah tov, v'tzivanu l'hadlik ner shel Hanukkah. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of all, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to kindle the Hanukkah lights.
Good morning and welcome. My name is Reverend Lisa Perrywood. I'm the interim minister here at First Parish in Wayland. My pronouns are she and her. Today, we mark the winter solstice, the shortest day and longest night of the year with the sun at its lowest point above the horizon. The winter solstice is celebrated as Yule in places like Germany and Scandinavia. Yule is one of the oldest winter solstice festivals. It began in Norway thousands of years ago. Historians tell us that Yule celebrations began as a Norwegian festival called Yule, with traditions of light, fire, and feasting. One of those traditions is the Yule log, which we see before us here. And since the beginning of the winter solstice was at 10:03 a.m., Roger Horine and Laura Whitehouse have lit the Yule log and some other beautiful candles for us here. The original Yule log was a large log that burned throughout the entire festival for as many as 12 days. Remember the 12 days of Christmas. More about that later. Christmas and Yule traditions were often combined in many countries. For pagans, Yule is the second Sabbat, or festival, in the wheel of the year, welcoming the return of the sun. What a beautiful sunny day we have today. Some mark the holiday by acting out the battle between the Holly King, which stands for darkness, and the Oak King, representing light. Others recreate Norse traditions by burning Yule logs or with feasts, and still others simply stay awake until dawn to observe the turning of the year. Welcome to our very own Yule celebration with stories, song, movement, and reflection. We welcome Yule. This is Solstice When the Days Are Fire by Julian Jamaica Soto. Short the day and soft the dark. Just hold on. The to-do list won't go on without you. The promises you mean to keep will outlast this night. Rest now. Unfold the silken treasure of reflection. Still, we lean into the beats of silence. Everything has a beginning, a middle, and an end, even days like these, even heartbreak like this. Even the outpouring apocalypse from which you try broad shoulders to shelter the elders and the children in the dark, the longest nights you can remember. Write it on your hands and arms, braid it into your hair, scrawl with Sharpie on your pants. No matter what, they cannot take your spark. And if in slanting wind, rain, or blanching wind you must bank an ember, where better than in the dark? Come here. Come home. They cannot take it. And beyond all that, your name is written indelible on our beating hearts. Dear friends, come now into this sacred and beloved space we co-create each week, and let us worship together. And please rise now as you are willing and able, and join in singing hymn number 55, Dark of Winter, in the Gray Hymnal.
Good morning. My name is Kate Holland. I'm the Director of Lifespan Education here at First Parish, and I use she, her pronouns. So this morning, I'm real excited to share a story with you that I shared with my own children on Solstice. It became quite the tradition in our house. So it was midwinter, and the sun was so tired. The sun had been shining down on the trees and the plants and the seeds to feed all the plants and the animals on earth. It had been working to hold in place not only the earth, but all of the planets in the solar system while they went around her. She was dizzy almost. The night saw how tired the day was, the sun was, that she said to her, she opened her arms and said, "Come to me and rest, because you were born of me. And when all things are over, you will come to me again." So the sun went to the dark, to the night, and the night put its arms around it and laid its head, the sun laid its head to rest. The children noticed that the day was very short, and they asked their parents, "What has happened to the sun?" Their parents said, "The sun is very tired. It has worked so hard that it needed a rest. And maybe if we thank the sun for all the things that it does, it'll feel better." So the children started thanking the sun for the things that it did. Can you guys think of any of the things that the kids would have thanked the sun for? Anybody got anything? Come on. Warmth. Light. Flowers. Anything? Solar energy. I agree. That's an awesome thing the sun gives us. Anything else? Beautiful sunrises. What? Photosynthesis. Also great. Suntans. Those are all great things. And you're right. And after the kids called out all the things they were grateful for the sun felt a little brighter and a little nicer. So their parents said, we'll stay up through the night and we'll make sure that the sun comes and rises the next morning. The children asked, "Can we stay up with you?" And their parents said, "You can, but I kind of guess that you guys are going to fall asleep. And so why don't you light candles? Because the fire is that little spark of the sun that we all hold. And so hopefully it will feed the sun and the sun will feel better." So the children found very safe places to put their candles, and they had adults help them light them. And they put them up, and some of the kids stayed up, but most of them fell asleep. And so just before it was sunrise, the parents woke up the children. They got in their warmest clothes. They climbed a hill where they could see the east. And so they waited, and slowly the dark navy blue of the night started changing colors. It went to a little bit lighter, and slowly you could see the yellow come up over the sun. And the sun hit the clouds, and the salmon and the blues and the whites of the clouds were beautiful when they looked up. So they celebrated and they sang songs, and the sun felt strong once again. Like I said, this is a story I shared with my kids on Solstice. And I sat up and sat vigil several times. I sometimes didn't make it all the way through the night. My kids very seldom did. But there was such a loveliness of waking up before the sun. And we would go up on a hill and watch the sun rise on the first day of more light. And it was just a beautiful thing. And I think in this season when Christmas and Hanukkah and all those things can get a little hectic, celebrating the solstice for me was honoring the time of the earth and how it works, but it also was a quiet thing. We did it just quietly. We went up, we watched the sun. My tradition was we sang "Here Comes the Sun," because who doesn't know that song, right? But it was a lovely, quiet way of observing this time of year. So my hope for you is that you find more light and more love during this season. And I'm going to invite my kids that are going down to their Seek classes to come on down with me. And we will see you a little early next time because there's an extra surprise. Okay, Polly and the choir are going to sing us out.
The offering we give each week lifts up our commitment to this faith community and to our congregational life and works. Instructions on how to donate online are in the order of service. If you are here for the first time, please let the plate pass you by. You are our guest. As always, we receive your generosity with gratitude and in appreciation of the love that sustains us. Your gifts strengthen this community and all the good work we do together within these walls and beyond to make the world a better place. The offering will now be given and gratefully received.
Good morning. I'm Ted Barnes. My pronouns are he, his, him, and I am a lay minister of this congregation. This is the time in our service we set aside to acknowledge the joys and sorrows that we all hold. In both our sharing and in our witness, we affirm our covenant to care for one another. As we have faced the uncertainty of the road ahead in our country and our world, we light our vigil candle in solidarity with all those living in fear and all who care for them. We offer our deep love for all beings, remembering that justice is what love looks like in public. May the love which abides in our community offer hope, strength, and peace in the days to come. If you have a personal joy or sorrow you would like to share, please feel welcome to come forward now or raise your hand and I will bring you the mic. Those online can type joys or sorrows into the chat and I will read them. And let us light one final candle for those joys and sorrows not spoken. May we hold in our hearts those who have spoken, those who have named, and those we hold in silence. May it be so.
It's a real treat for me to read Susan Cooper's Solstice poem today, the very day of solstice. But it gets better than that because, astronomically speaking, solstice is a specific moment in time, specifically when the Earth's axis of rotation intersects the sun's axis of rotation. And that happens at an exact instant. And we were all here for that instant because it was at 10:03 this morning. How cool is that? So when Susan Cooper speaks about the death of the old year and the celebration and rejoicing to nurture the new year just begun, the new astronomical year just begun, she's talking about our time together right now. Here we go. So the shortest day came and the year died, and everywhere down the centuries of the snow-white world came people singing, dancing to drive the dark away. They lighted candles in the winter trees. They hung their homes with evergreen. They burned beseeching fires all night long to keep the year alive. And when the New Year's sunshine blazed awake, they shouted, reveling, through all the frosty ages, you can hear them echoing behind us. Listen. All the long echoes sing the same delight, this shortest day. As promise wakens in the sleeping land, they carol, feast, give thanks, and dearly love their friends and hope for peace. And so do we, here, now, this year, and every year. Welcome, Yule.
Is that working? Okay. So we are going to sing a song together. It's in our hymnal, but I'm going to encourage you just to sing it. I'm going to sing it once through. I'm going to teach you some hand movements, some gestures, and I think you'll just learn it by ear. And maybe Charlie will sing it with me. Yeah. Rise up, O flame, by thy light glowing, show to us beauty, vision, and joy. And now the hand movements. Rise up, O flame, by thy light glowing, show to us beauty, vision, and joy. Let's stand as you're willing and able, and sing this together. And Charlie can do it with me.
So we'll have Polly play it through once, all right? And then we'll all sing it together once. It is a round, though, but it's only a two-part round. So the third time through, this group will start, and they will sing, Rise Up, O Flame, and then the second group, I'll bring the second group in, and we'll sing it through twice as a round, okay? Got it? So, Polly, can you take it away? Everybody together.
Rise up, So, I have a prop. This is the Tomten, or Tomta, and you're going to hear a bit of his story. I think maybe I can have him sit right here so you can all see him. Over a year ago, the darkness did not seem quite so dark. We had a reasonable government, the economy was doing well, most of us felt safe in our homes, schools, and workplaces. We still had our share of fears, but there was a glimmer of hope that the new year would bring more peace, prosperity, health, and healing, maybe even more togetherness as a nation. Let me be the first to say it. 2025, you have been very disappointing. There have been bright spots, individually and collectively, but overall, the hopes of all the years that we sing about have been far from met. Still, we are here. We have stayed together, held each other in good times and hard ones, celebrated and mourned, sung and prayed, laughed and cried together. On Solstice Eve, all around the world, elders tell stories. And here's yet another one that my own children know well. It's about a tomte, a Swedish sprite, who looks like an older little man the size of a young child. Maybe something like this. The tomte may wear old, even ragged clothes, but he always has, well, in this case maybe not, but usually has a bright red cap on his head. He lives in the pantry or the barn, watching over the household and the farm. The tomte cares for farm animals, especially horses and cows. He has a huge capacity for work, but he doesn't like interference. It's believed that a clean and orderly home or farm is a sign that a tomte lives there. Once upon a time, there was a farm in a cold, cold place, far north of us, partway around the world. They grew oats and barley and had 3 milk cows and a horse. The barn was connected to the house to keep warm on winter nights. There were 2 barn cats and still a lot of mice. On this farm, it would have snowed by now. It would be pretty deep. This house is lucky. They have 2 fireplaces, so they're warmer than some. They have an apple tree in the courtyard and a rose creeping up the kitchen wall. It's all thorns now at winter solstice. And that's where we find the tomte, a mischievous creature with pointy hat, leather shoes, and a bright spark in his eyes. The tomte at this farm sits in the highest branch of the rose bush, peeking in the kitchen window. He sees that someone left a bowl of oats by the back door with a scoop of golden butter melting in it. That's for him. He hurries to the kitchen door singing a little song. Hey ho, nobody home, drink nor food nor money have I none, still I will be merry, hey ho. Now a well-fed tomte is a happy tomte, and a happy tomte means a happy farm. As our tomte wipes the butter from his smile, he heads for the barn where the cows shift restlessly. It's tough being a cow this far north. You can't leave cows out at night, they can't see well, and some other farms' tomte might try to lead them to his own farm. Tomte are tricky. At solstice time, the nights are very long. The cows spend a lot of time in the barn remembering summer days in the meadow. Summer solstice is a good time to be a cow. Long days, munching clover in the sun. Our buttery tomte goes to the barn and starts to sing to the cows. We are the weavers, we are the web, the animals speak at midnight. One cow begins lowing at the moon. It's coming, says the tomte, scratching her ear. It's almost here. The longest night, and then things get better. The barn door creaks and the tomte jumps onto the windowsill. It's the young girl with her father to fill the manger with hay. As she comes round to the cow's stall, she hears a little bell sound. Cow must have been rubbing against it and made her bell ring. The girl has a bag of dried corn. Everyone needs a little something at this dark time. The oats are gone, she whispers to the cow. The tomte has been here, the cow tries to tell the girl, but cow can't talk. She lows and rubs her head against the wall where the tomte is hiding. Our little friend is right here, right here. The Tomta bites his hat to keep from laughing out loud. I'm glad you like the corn, the girl says. She leans against the warm cow who's now munching the corn. The corn came from my aunt in Denmark. There isn't very much, so this is a little bit of summer from my aunt's house by the river. Are there Tomta in Denmark? The Tomta behind his wall claps his hands in glee because of course there are Tomta in Denmark. Tomta are everywhere, everywhere. Singing to cows and opening garden gates to let pigs wander, finding lost things, sitting on the shoulders of sad people, telling songbirds when the feeder is refilled. Just 2 nights later is the longest night, the darkest night, the turning point of the year. That turning point is hard because the dark is so deep. Here's what the Tomta know and sometimes show us. You never know what miracles are unfolding in the dark. Because the Tomta are good hearers, they figured out a long time ago that in the middle of the deepest night, the animals speak. Our Tomta loves the solstice night because in those darkest hours, the barn is full of conversation and singing. Here's the solstice. The Tomta has found another bowl of oatmeal set out for him, this time with currants in it. After the family is settled into their beds for the night, he goes to the barn and starts singing with the cows. Rise up, bright sun, bring back the days again. Rise up, bright sun, show us your face again. And as the dark deepens, the Tomta smiles because he's no longer singing alone. A lovely trio of altos has joined him, the cows singing along. Then the cats, one soprano and one tenor. The cows keep singing all through that darkest night. In the darkest hours before the dawn, the Tomta rings his little bell and lets all the animals out of their stalls. The animals talk for a little while in the dark. They do enjoy the delight of talking on that darkest night, though they have their ways of understanding each other all year long. The Tomta stays and listens, but he won't tell us what they say. The young girl tucked in her bed on the other side of the house stirs in her sleep, thinking she hears voices singing, but she turns back into the warmth of her bed. In that moment of morning drowsing, she dreams the animals are singing together in the dark barn. The only light is a little spark carried by a tiny person, a little dancing man. As she wakes, she has the thought that the little man must be a Tomta. Was he here? Was he here last night? Were the animals singing? The girl realizes that she knows some things this morning that she hadn't known before, maybe things she had forgotten. How big the world is, how much is happening that she can't see, and still she can feel all the life moving in the world. She sings a little louder as she milks cow that morning, and she hears at the edge of the circle another little voice. She hears it inside her head somehow. Another voice, a voice that knows other stories and other songs. She knows she will spend her life listening for that small, magical voice. Rise up, bright sun, bring back the days again. Rise up, bright sun, show us your face again. We're all exhausted by the events of the world around us, not to mention our own losses and disappointments. Yet we find ways to let the peace of darkness flow through us, to hold the light for each other when the darkness is closing in. We see that light in the lighting of the menorah, the Advent wreath candles, lighting of the Yule log. In the words of Julian Soto, and if in slanting rain or blanching wind you must bank an ember, where better than the dark? Where is the light in the darkness, you may ask? Look no further. It is right here. In the darkest night, let us keep turning toward the light, listening for a small magical voice that knows other stories, other songs, because you never know what miracles are unfolding in the dark. And when we feel most discouraged or lonely, heartbroken or forsaken, may we always keep the light of hope bright and alive for each other. May it be so. Amen. Blessed be.
Today's story is adapted from Grandmother Spider Brings the Sun by Jerry Keems. It's a story from the Cherokee tradition. So a long time ago, half of the world had sunshine and half of the world was in darkness, always. It never changed, always sun, always dark. One day, Wolf called all the animals who lived on the dark side over to him. And he said, I have an idea. If we could somehow get to the other side of the world and ask them nicely for a piece of the sun, just a piece, I'm sure they would agree. Well, Coyote, the trickster, the cheater, the liar, had a different idea. He said, no. We shouldn't be so nice. Are they nice? Have they offered us a piece of their sun? They always have it. I think we should steal a piece of the sun. Not a big piece, just a little piece. They won't even notice. And that's what the animals decided to do. So they began to discuss who will go, how will they go, how will they bring it back? And the little voice said, I will go, send me, I will go. And down to the front of the cave where all the animals had gathered came a little creature, a little bit shy, and he said, my name is Possum, and I have really sharp claws, so I think I could dig my way all the way through the earth to the other side. And Wolf looked at him and said, that's the best idea we've heard yet. And so little Possum dug and 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 dug till he came to the other side. But remember, he had never seen the sun before. And he had no idea how bright it was, and his eyes got all squinty. And he took his dirty paws and he rubbed his eyes, and he said, I can't see. And to this day, Possum has squinty little eyes ringed by brown dirt. And he struggled, he squinted his way over to the sun, and he took a little piece and he put it in his bushy tail. And he started back down the tunnel, and as he went, something in his tail was getting hot. And he went faster and faster. That thing in his tail was getting hotter and hotter until he came out in the cave on the other side. And all the animals said, Possum, your tail is on fire. And they threw a big bucket of water, and whoosh, the light was gone. Wolf looked at Possum and said, Possum, your tail is bare, and we still have no light. What will we do now? A loud voice said, I will go, and I will not take so long about it. And down to the front came Big Bad Buzzard. He had long black feathers all over his body and a crown of black feathers on his head, and he said, I will not be so stupid as to put the sun in my tail. I will hide it in my crown of feathers. And he soared down the tunnel quickly to the other side, and sure enough, he stole a little sun, put it in his feathers, and soared quickly back to the other side, but on the way, his head started to feel hot. And it got hotter and hotter, and he came out in the cave, and all the animals said, Buzzard, your head is on fire, and whoosh, another bucket of water put out the light. And Wolf looked at Buzzard and said, Buzzard, I'm afraid you're bald now. Your crown of feathers is gone. What will we do? Possum has burnt all the fur off his tail. Buzzard has burned all the feathers off his head, and still we have no sun. And a tiny little voice from somewhere overhead said, I will go, send me. Down. Right in front of Wolf came a spider. Wolf looked at the spider and said, oh, you can't go. You can't go, Grandmother Spider. You are too old. You are too small. You are too slow. But this was Grandmother Spider. She had done many things in her life to help her animal friends. And she crossed her arms and she said, I don't need you to tell me that I'm old. I know I am old, but I want to do one more thing to help my people. What I need is a little bit of clay. You'll get it for me, won't you, Wolf? And so Wolf did get her the clay, and she sat down and began to chant over it as she worked it into a bowl. She took her bowl and very slowly indeed, extremely slowly went down the tunnel to the other side, all the way. And when she got there, she saw the sun monsters were out because they had noticed someone was trying to steal the sun. So shoulder to shoulder, all the way around the sun, stood the sun monsters. They were terrible to behold. Fire came out of their heads, fire came out of their mouths, and they held their weapons ready for action, for battle. But Grandmother Spider was so little, she sneaked right through them, took a tiny piece of sun for her bowl, and sneaked right back through their legs and began to cross very, 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 very slowly back. And as she went, the light in her bowl grew, and it grew, and it grew, until when she came out into the cave on the other side, it was so enormous the animals all had to come. Coyote and wolf and possum and buzzard and bear and deer, they all had to come and push, 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 until whoosh, they pushed the ball of light out of the cave up into the sky, where it is to this day, on both sides. And to this day, when Grandmother Spider spins a web, the shape of the sun is in the middle. And she does that every time. At the end of the story, the author, Jerry Keems, wrote, Cherokee potters still make their pots this way. They take the soft clay and they put it in a dark and cool place like a tunnel to dry and harden. And when it is dry, they take it and put it in the fire to make it strong. So the bowls that the Cherokee potters make remind us to respect and honor fire and Grandmother Spider and all of our animal friends as the Cherokee people do. And I'm going to call up Kara Sengi to help us with the next part. And I'll explain that over here is a pagan altar which I lit as Roger was doing the Yule log. And it has the 4 direction candles on it, which I called in, and the center candle for the spirits of above, below, the center, and this morning for solstice.
So I'm going to read a few words, several sentences, and after each sentence, you will say, "The light is reborn." In the greatest darkness, the light is reborn. Out of winter's cold, the light is reborn. When all seems lost, the light is reborn. When the earth lies waste, the light is reborn. When the ground is hard, the light is reborn. Shadows are fleeing, the light is reborn. Light is returning, the light is reborn. Warmth will come again, the light is reborn. Summer will be here once more, the light is reborn. Life will continue, the light is reborn.
So Roger mentioned that the exact moment of the sun standing still, solstice, was 10:03 this morning. So the daylight should be growing, but is it? We need to help. We need everyone who is able to please be on your feet and lend some energy and some enthusiasm to get that wheel of the year to turning towards warmth and light and heat and growth. And we're going to do that by stomping, and if you prefer to just tap your thighs or your hips or whatever is comfortable, you can do that. So we're going to stomp that sun off the cold side, the dark side, toward the light and the warm. We're going to start slow. The light is reborn. Say it with me. The light is reborn. Beautiful, beautiful. And now we will sing hymn 235, Deck the Halls, turning around for the last verse to face the door. Or not, I'm so sorry. Okay.
Stay facing forward, please.
These are the words of David Breeden. The solstice teaches us that darkness comes, that darkness goes. The solstice teaches us that light comes, that light goes. The solstice teaches us calmly, silently, to be calm, silent, learning. The solstice teaches us as we circle the sun that everything flies. The solstice teaches us to remember the dark, to remember the light, to remember time, the seasons, and love as we circle the sun. Dear friends, take all the gifts of darkness and light that we have shared here this morning out into the world. Be a blessing to all those you meet, and may you yourselves be blessed. Amen.
Okay, wait 1 second, because I've got to get some folks up here to help out. I need someone who's got really good legs that can go up and down for this Christmas calisthenic. Any volunteer out there? Uh-oh, I'm going to have to pick you. I think right here. Come on up. I need you for... You're going to be 6 geese a length. Right here. Come on, yeah. You got this. Okay. All right. The other one is a leaper. Who's got really good leaping skills? Up, I see in this front row right here. Come on up. And all kids, when the leaping happens, are invited to leap up and down the aisles. You're 10, so you're down there. Okay, when the leaping starts, I want to see your best leap all up and down this aisle, okay? All right, so this is Christmas calisthenics. So get yourself stretched out and ready for it. Up here, you'll have your guide, and they will show you what it is. And there's a motion that goes with it. So I want to see you with your best motions, and you can improvise. If this isn't working for you, make up your own, but do something, okay? And let's get to it. So, ready? On the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me a partridge in a pear tree. On the second day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree. On the third day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the fourth day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the fifth day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. Get ready. On the sixth day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 6 geese a-laying, 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the seventh day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 7 swans a-swimming, 6 geese a-laying, 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 8th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me maids milking, 7 swans a-swimming, 6 geese a-laying, 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. Now we got it. On the 9th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 9 ladies dancing, 8 maids a-milking, 7 swans a-swimming, 6 geese a-laying, 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves. Let's get leapers out here. Where are the leapers? Get out there. This is it. On the 10th